All right. What? Hey, we're back. We are.
Thank you, Lord. We're back another
Yes.
Friday of Live Feed Reed. I'm Paul Reed, your host, and the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson, Jason Crawford, appearing from
Yes.
Tallahassee, Florida, where
That's
your
right.
Florida State Seminoles took a beating
Oof.
against Georgia Tech last week in Ireland. All
Mm.
right, well, let's see if they can turn that program around again. All right, so anyway, it is 1 o'clock, August the 30th, 2024. It is a long Labor Day weekend. We got a few things on the plate today. Number one is, like I said, it's Labor Day weekend. A couple of facts that people may or may not know. The first federal holiday in the U.S. for Labor Day was 1894. And
Really?
that's the federal holiday. It was celebrated by several other states before then. And basically what happened was, in case it's just not a day off, by the way, and it's a celebration.
What?
It's a celebration of the workers who were pretty much sick and tired of how they were treated during the Industrial Revolution, which was, late 1800s, 1900s, and so forth. And so they basically raised Cain and said, we need to be treated fairly. And as a result of their efforts, we now see, we used to see the 40-hour work week, which is, not necessarily 40-hour work week anymore, paid time off, sick leave, and safer working conditions. So these people, if you go back, and there's not really video, but if you go back and read, they literally got beat and by the management. They got fired, they got threatened, they got, they're putting their dues to get the American worker of today, what we have. So, kudos to those guys. It always takes
That's
somebody
wild.
back when to give us what we have now. So on Monday, have a hot dog, have a hamburger, go to a ball game, and just remember, for those hardworking Americans then and now, keep up the good work. So
That's wild.
Number
'Cause,
two, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say people whine and complain about the Wi-Fi is too slow or the benefits aren't great, and it's like when you mention what people were going through back then, and that's just a different world, man.
Yeah,
Like,
we
different time.
I agree. We're spoiled. Who we kidding?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So number two,
America.
we don't have a lot of followers live. People more catch us later on,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe they can shoot a response and answer to this fact situation, and this pattern that I just got a call from. Everyone knows Leanne, my daughter. She's up in New York, living the good life. And her friend was coming up today, literally. And so her friend is a Swiftie. And there's evidently a restaurant up there you have to make reservations well in advance to get into this establishment.
Okay.
So Leanne, being the good person that she is, makes a reservation at this establishment for her Swiftie friend and her to go to for lunch. So far, so good.
Okay.
Evidently, friend lands. Friend has a boyfriend, and I'm not going to talk good or bad about him, but
Okay.
Leanne's on the phone, and boyfriend doesn't want to go to Swiftie restaurant. He wants to go
Surprise.
somewhere else. Well,
Okay.
Leanne says, you like this restaurant. I made the reservation. I literally told my boss I was going to take off, an extra hour so we could enjoy our time together, enjoy the restaurant. It's not one of those restaurants you just go and slop down a Chick-fil-A sandwich like I just did today. You go and you eat at a restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so there's also a $50 deposit, right?
Oh, okay.
All right. So friend and Leanne are on the phone. She lands at the airport this morning, says, hey, are you coming to my apartment and then we're going? Because, I think the reservation was closed, or are we just going there? Well, evidently, Swiftie, a friend, his boyfriend's in the background, and he's we're not going there. And so Leanne, a Swiftie girlfriend is trying to say, well, Leanne made reservations and she has this, and whatever. And boyfriend says, you're not understanding what I'm saying. She can either come to where we're going or not. Yeah.
Okay.
So Leanne calls me and says, I'm a little upset. She wanted to vent.
Sure.
And what should I do? I said, well, and the boyfriend was just, that was BS. Leanne just happened to hear it because she was on the phone, I said, well, Leanne, it would be this. And Leanne got the Swiftie and her tickets to this concert tonight.
Okay.
Right? With some other people.
Right.
So Leanne, mine would be a text. A, I'm not coming to lunch. I made reservations long in advance. And, if you don't want to go, fine. B, you owe me $50 for canceling this restaurant. And C, I'll meet you at the concert. I'm not, have a nice lunch. Because Leanne does not, obviously, and I don't blame her, want to be around boyfriend, given his attitude.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So was I wrong with my response, TV world, or was that appropriate? Or how would you have responded? All right, Jason, what would you have said or done or otherwise when your daughter?
Like what advice would I have given it if it was my daughter? Is that what you're asking?
What the heck?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would have, if she doesn't want to be around the boyfriend, and obviously she probably doesn't because she knows that it was him, I would encourage her not to go put herself under that situation, because if she does, and the boyfriend calls the shots like he did, then she kind of is going their way and doing their thing, and it's not really. She's obviously not the shot caller and won't be for anything else moving forward. So if that matters to her and she doesn't want to have to deal with the BS any further, then yeah, you gave her great advice. Like, go your own way. You paid for it. As far as the $50 thing goes, I don't know whether or not I would encourage her to ask for that back or not. I would just say, I'm already out $50. I'll see you at the concert. Leave it at that.
All right, so interesting.
But yeah,
Jason, being the Tallahassean that he is, would eat the $50, isn't it?
Maybe. And
I'm not making a crack here. Here's me with money. I would no more eat the $50 than a man on the moon.
Yeah.
Here's Jason, and this ain't a crack. Not as much money. He's willing to eat the $50. That's interesting. I would have thought you would have been on my side and said,
well, I'm on your side, but I'm more thinking of it.
Punched him in the face for it.
No, I'm not vindictive. I would have been like, you know what, girl, go your own way. Pay your own dinner, enjoy yourself, send them pictures of you having a good time. Like, you could be here right now. Like, enjoy yourself.
Okay. And then what about
what is it? What do they say? A life well lived is the best revenge. Like, go. Because then, she lets her boyfriend call the shots, and then she sees what she missed out on. Maybe next time she grows a pair or a backbone or whatever, and says, you know what, I'd rather spend time with my friend. Like, you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend. We can hang out anytime. I would, but I wouldn't encourage my daughter to kind of like
put herself under all that.
Yeah.
Pay me my $50. And Leanne doesn't have money. No, she's working and all that, but she doesn't have money. I wouldn't.
So she's not going to go to the restaurant.
Correct. She's going to keep.
Oh, okay.
She's not going to go by herself.
By herself. Okay. No, that's fine then. Yeah. Then I might say in that case, I might say, I only made the reservation for you. You owe me half at least. Or the $50. Yeah. I wouldn't even have made the reservation if not for you. So then, yeah. In that case, she's not going to go on her own and enjoy herself. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, she even let her boss know I need 2 hours for this.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, if people do comment, great. If not,
I'd love to hear what people. Your mom already commented.
what did Barbara Ann say?
She says I wouldn't even give her a ticket to the concert. See ya.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what I expect Barbara Ann to say. B, you ain't going. That's funny. That's real. All right. Well, tell mom I said hello. Hey,
Mom. That's a power move for sure.
Oh,
go, Grandma.
Mom would be, you owe me $50 and you ain't going to the concert.
Hey, it's your money. Do call your shots if that's what you want to do.
Dude, that's hilarious. All right, so pull up number 3 on Wednesday, which is today's Friday. 2 days ago, there was a crash right out my window.
Whoop.
Now it was a fender bender. There weren't injuries. The 2 people pulled into the driveway. One was an older woman. One was I don't know. It's hard to say, 30s or 40s. The other was probably 60s or 70s. I'm not good with ages, but that's what we're here. So, do you have the picture on the screen?
I have it up. It's frozen at the beginning.
No, that's okay. So, you see the 2 white cars
on the right-hand side, lane. Stopped at the light.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So they have nothing to do with it. I just want to move to the left, and then you see the first car, which is like an SUV. A black SUV.
The one right beside your sign, or the one on the other?
Over across the street.
So on the right hand. Yeah. Okay, got you.
Okay, then
I see that.
The middle car is the Mustang. That's the gray one.
I see that as well.
Okay, so that's the car who's at fault.
Okay. All right.
Now, behind the car is the one she hits. So you see the yellow car back there?
I do. Yep.
See the car to its left, but our right.
Yep.
Okay, so those are 2 turning lanes to go eastbound onto Lumsden in front of my house, right?
Yep. Okay, got you.
So the Mustang should stay very wide and be near the grass and go through the shade.
The far lane. Yeah, the lane closest to your office.
The other car, which is really 2 back, goes to the inside lane, right?
Okay.
You with me?
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 lanes.
Let me go slow. Do you want me to play it at all?
Go ahead and play it and watch what happens.
I'm going to go really slow here. Okay, so the other dude's rolling up. All right. They're taking off.
Okay.
And they're turning.
All right.
The Mustang's lagging behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then the Mustang and the other car next to it are both going. And then the yellow car. Okay. So he crosses over into the near lane and badoink. Yeah, they kiss. Mm-hmm.
All right. So again, show it again. And you're right. It was even the 3rd car back. It was even farther than I thought.
Yeah. All right. So and then the clearly as soon as he hits that line, what is it called? The walking line, immediately starts to change lanes.
Yeah. So
boom.
Who do you think's at fault?
100%. It's got to be the Mustang. It has to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're not. I can't see the blinker from this standpoint, but I know that that's definitely not enough time to signal or to make anyone aware, and you're not supposed to do that in a turn. So,
look, the Mustang. You're right. She starts moving into the inside lane basically during the curve.
Yeah.
All right,
lane changing.
Take us off that and put you and I back on.
Okay. All right.
They win.
Here we go. Yep.
All right,
We're back.
All right, so I bring. They're out there kind of arguing about what happened.
Okay.
So I go out and I say, "Hey, it's on video. Why don't you come in and you get out of the heat while you make your calls? I get you water because it was hot. And
yeah.
To you.
Okay.
Well, the Mustang driver, she's just adamant that she is not at fault. She would not change lanes like she did. Adamant. Then she did not do that.
What?
The woman is arguing with her.
I would never do that.
I said, hey, not at fault woman, stop. I said, it's on video. You don't need to argue. I'll email it to both of you. You send it to the insurance company and you'll be fine. It doesn't stop there.
You'll be fined.
Well, you're not going to be deemed to be at fault because it's on video and clearly what happened, right?
Yeah.
So I bring in Mustang, and so I say, here, come around here, and she's standing right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I show her that probably.
She goes, "That's not my car."
No, she watches it. And here's what's sad: she watches it. I do slow mo. I say, look, see the yellow car, how it stays in the lane behind you and goes through the shade?
No. Yes.
I said, that's what you were supposed to do, but you immediately turned. No, I'm not. She literally said, I didn't do that.
Oh, my word!
Dude, you can't make this up.
What?
Yeah, and I said,
There's no way.
So finally, even I was a little frustrated, not much, but in my mind, I'm thinking, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, well, and here's what I said. Well, I'm not the judge, so maybe you're right. And I emailed it to him, and it's just she watched that thing half a dozen times. I slowed it down. I used my finger to point. Do you see where the yellow car is behind you? You
The
should have
level of
taken that.
delusion.
You should have, hold on. You should have been near the grass. Nope. Nope.
What?
Yeah.
The level
So,
of delusion. Like, what do you, bro? What hoops do you have to jump through? Like this has so. I'm gonna shut my mouth because
well, here's the deal. If I had not caught that on video, right?
people.
What would have happened?
People. Yes. Right. Yes. No, that is a great point, man. If you hadn't caught that on video, it's so difficult to trust people to just be honest, much less do the right thing in a difficult circumstance. It's so rare. It's so rare anymore.
Well,
you can trust them.
Here's the sad thing. I don't think this woman that was at fault was trying to be dishonest. I
don't know, man.
I got the feeling, even though she watched it, she still, because she said, I drive that all the time.
Mean?
I drive that all the time. I would never do that. So even though she watched, I believe she would have been like George Costanza. And he says, Jerry, if you believe it, it's not a lie.
Oh my word.
And so if I hadn't had it on video, the woman who's not at fault, her insurance company would have taken her position and not paid for and would have, not paid for the Mustang's damages. More importantly, the Mustang's insurance would have believed they're insured that she was not at fault, that this other person hit her, and they wouldn't have paid for the non-at-fault driver's insurance. So it would both have been, you're saying this, neither one's paying for the other, have a nice day. That's what would have happened.
Yeah. Dude, that is so, your mom said the elderly lady would have been blamed. I can't agree with you that she didn't think she was lying.
She wouldn't have been.
Yeah. Because I can't agree with you.
The elderly woman would have said that the non-at-fault driver came into her lane.
Yes.
Hit her.
Yes. Look, I can't agree with you that she doesn't know she's lying. Like that just, like when you're staring it in your face, like that's a person who's stubborn and they double down. I can't think that she truly believed that's not me. I didn't do that. Even after seeing it, I almost said the F word, point blank. Like that's way too in your face.
You may be right. I'm not
That's
saying
just a
it's not.
Stubborn person.
And so the moral of this story and the lesson to be learned, you should have a dash cam.
Yes. Because people will double down when wrong.
This happens.
Yes.
This happens every single day with, I had a green light. Well, one of you had a green light.
It can't be possible for both. Yeah.
Four-way stops. I stopped. Well, somebody didn't stop.
Yep, I did too. I had right of way. I did too. I had right of way.
Changing lanes on the interstate, or in a situation like this. You hit me. No, you hit me. What does that camera do? It shows exactly what happened.
You cut me off. No, you were in my lane. Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
dude,
I thought that was pretty interesting.
You got my blood pressure up, dude. I gotta take meds for that now. What in the world?
So, happy Labor Day, everyone out there in TV land.
Yes.
Let me know. Barbara Ann already let us know what she thinks about the Swiftie and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then there's the crash that, look, if get a dash cam and just put it up in your car, or at least stick it in there when you're driving and take it down.
Yeah.
Because there, for the grace of God, go all of us, to be honest. It's just that simple.
Well, I hope your daughter resolves her not boyfriend troubles with grace and poise, and is able to kind of walk out of that with a sense of self-worth and empowerment, that she can go her own way, and that's totally fine.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Like,
Trust me.
there's no need to kowtow to anyone else's boyfriend.
I was talking to the beast.
What in the
And
world?
her mentality is, yeah, if I'm around him and he pulls that crap, it's not going to be pretty. And
Yeah.
her friends in town, and so she wants to, enjoy her company. But
Yeah.
Leanne might say or do something that
So
would inhibit their ability to have fun.
yeah. Can you indulge me for a second? There's a stand-up poetry guy who has a bit, and he starts it off with this dinner party that's going wrong, where this guy's being a jerk, and he says something, and there's a line that he quips back with in his like internal monologue, where he says, "I decided to bite my tongue instead of his, and remind the other dinner guests what it's true." And it goes on, and I thought that's so clever, but it's not the way that we feel sometimes, where it's just like, just bite your tongue. There's certain moments, especially like when you guys were helping me with that one case, and that guy was just an a-hole, right? There's no way around it. He was literally I wanted to put him through a wall. My hands were shaking under the table so bad, and you somehow just had the calmest demeanor, and you didn't, on the surface at least, let it seem like he got into you at all. And I think that if you're capable of doing it, that's one of the best ways to handle people. But it takes, I don't know how you did it in that moment. I couldn't. I needed you there. I would have gotten into an altercation.
I've done this for 27, 28 years,
Yeah.
Well, the old saying, kill them with kindness.
Mm.
And I tell you, try that, and it does kill them. It really does.
It does, actually. It ate him up, because when we got to the court later, he totally hung himself in front of the judge by being even more of an a-hole. Right. And she just shut him down. And it's probably because you were just so calm and polite back to him and let him finish his rant. And
I appreciate it. But
bro,
it was one of our better days, because the guy was just a jackass.
I learned immense lessons about life from you that day.
Well, I appreciate it. Dude. All right, well, it's 1:25. We've rambled on long enough.
Okay, fair enough.
Some people make some comments. I'm curious to see.
Yeah, Caleb Souter says, "Man issues or not man issues?" Laugh, crying face, and yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, Caleb.
Oh, man.
Caleb, just tell Caleb if he's watching, he knows who the girl is.
Oh,
yeah. And he can reach out to Leanne. He knows her. Trust me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, man.
She's an influencer.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
She's an influencer. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anyway, take us out. Caleb,
all right, man. Any last words for the community before we call it?
If you're going to set off fireworks, don't blow yourself up.
Duly noted. To the man with 10 fingers. Yeah, from a man with 10 fingers. That's great advice. Yeah. All right. I'll roll us out.
Reed and Reed, it's like having a lawyer in the family.